Charlotte had always been a hopeless romantic, dreaming of finding true love that would last a lifetime. She spent her days working as a nurse, caring for patients with a gentle and loving touch. It was in the hospital where she met Michael, a patient who had been admitted after a car accident. From the moment they met, Charlotte felt an instant connection with Michael. There was something about him that drew her in, a quiet strength that she couldn't help but admire. As she tended to his wounds, they struck up a conversation, and she found herself opening up to him in a way she had never done before. Over the next few weeks, Charlotte and Michael spent every moment they could together. They went for walks in the park, shared meals, and talked about their hopes and dreams for the future. Charlotte felt as though she had found her soulmate, and she knew that she would never let him go. One evening, Michael surprised Charlotte with a romantic dinner at a local restaurant. The atmosphere was intimate, and the food was delicious. They laughed and talked for hours, enjoying each other's company. As the night drew to a close, Michael took Charlotte's hand and looked into her eyes. "Charlotte, I know we've only known each other for a short time, but I feel as though I've known you forever. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?" Charlotte was speechless. She had never expected Michael to propose so soon, but she knew without a doubt that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. Tears welled up in her eyes as she nodded her head yes. Charlotte and Michael's wedding was a beautiful and intimate affair. They exchanged their vows under a majestic oak tree, surrounded by their closest family and friends. Charlotte felt as though she was in a fairy tale, and she knew that this was the happiest day of her life. As they danced under the stars, Charlotte felt as though they were the only two people in the world. She knew that she had found her true love, and she vowed to cherish him for the rest of her life. After the wedding, Charlotte and Michael settled into married life. They faced many challenges, including financial struggles and health issues, but they faced them together with unwavering love and support for each other. There were times when they would argue or disagree, but they always found a way to work through their problems. They knew that their love was worth fighting for, and they never gave up on each other. Years passed, and Charlotte and Michael grew old together. One day, Michael was diagnosed with a serious illness, and Charlotte's heart broke at the thought of losing him. She spent every moment by his side, holding his hand and offering words of comfort and love. As Michael's health declined, Charlotte knew that their time together was limited. She spent every moment cherishing their memories and sharing her love with him. One night, Michael took Charlotte's hand and looked into her eyes. "Charlotte, my love, it's time for me to go, but I want you to know that I will always be with you, and our love will last forever." Charlotte felt her heart breaking as she watched Michael slip away. But she knew that he was right, and that their love would always be with her. Charlotte was heartbroken after Michael's passing. She felt lost and alone, wondering how she would ever move forward without him. But she knew that Michael would want her to be happy, and she decided to honor his memory by living a full and meaningful life. Charlotte threw herself into her work as a nurse, using her experience to help others in need. She also started volunteering at a local charity, giving back to her community and spreading love and kindness wherever she went. Despite her efforts, there were still times when Charlotte felt a deep sadness in her heart. She missed Michael terribly, and she longed for the comfort of his embrace. But she knew that he was watching over her, and she drew strength from the knowledge that their love was eternal. One day, as Charlotte was walking through the park, she noticed a man sitting on a bench, staring off into the distance. Something about him caught her eye, and she felt a strange sense of familiarity. As she approached him, the man looked up and smiled at her. "Hello," he said. "My name is James." Charlotte felt her heart skip a beat as she looked into James's eyes. There was something about him that reminded her of Michael, and she felt a surge of emotion welling up inside her. Over the next few weeks, Charlotte and James grew closer. They went on walks, shared meals, and talked about their lives and experiences. Charlotte found herself opening up to James in a way she had never done before, and she felt a deep connection between them. As Charlotte spent more time with James, she realized that she was starting to feel something she had thought was lost forever: hope. James was kind, loving, and gentle, and he reminded her of the joy and beauty in life. Slowly but surely, Charlotte began to let go of the past and embrace the present. She knew that Michael would always hold a special place in her heart, but she also knew that he would want her to find happiness again. As she looked into James's eyes, Charlotte felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. She knew that the future was uncertain, but she also knew that with James by her side, anything was possible. Together, Charlotte and James embarked on a new journey, filled with love, hope, and the promise of a bright tomorrow. And as they walked hand in hand into the sunset, Charlotte knew that her true love was not just a memory, but a beautiful and enduring legacy that would live on forever.